Good day, YouTube. This is just a quick video to bring you all up to speed on my recent observations regarding the sun. Let's get to it. I've been watching the sun and moon for the better part of a year now. Mostly just to keep an eye on the moon's phases and its location in the sky relative to the sun. Well, that all changed last weekend. Now, I walk my dog probably 10 times a day on weekends, and I'm always looking for the sun or for the moon. Usually just to look at the moon itself. It's fascinating. But last Saturday, September 10th, during the last hour of sunset, the sun was really what caught my eye. For me, the sun has always been something I will glance at, but never really look at directly. I've always been told it can cause partial or even total blindness, and I believed it. Until last week, that is. The sun appeared very large compared to when it was overhead earlier in the day, and it was very red. It was absolutely beautiful, and I could look directly at it. In fact, I couldn't stop looking at it. It was mesmerizing. Now, the reason I say it was mesmerizing is that there appeared to be a slightly smaller and semi-transparent shadow, for lack of a better term, and it was kind of bobbing around in front of the sun, kind of like the bobblehead effect, and it appeared to be trying to center itself with the sun while the sun's traveling through the sky. Now, I was in shock. I sat on the bench in the park and continued to watch in awe until the sun finally went past the line of clouds in the western horizon. I was truly freaked out. As I sat there staring at the horizon in disbelief and wishing I had put my phone in my pocket before walking my dog, I came to the disheartening realization that I'm now at a crossroads with my opinion of the sun. I got up early the next day to watch the sunrise, and sure enough, I saw the same thing, and I tried to record it. But as you see here, it doesn't show so well on the video. Unfortunately, I don't have a camera other than my iPhone or iPad for now. Now, I have seen various videos about the sun simulator theories and the possible connection to hexagonal lens glare patterns and/or patents held by NASA and so on, blah blah blah. There is nothing hexagonal whatsoever with the sun when I am looking directly at it. The edges are sharp and defined as a perfect circle, and so is the object bobbing around in front of it. I suggest that people making the videos about the sun being anything but a perfect circle take their eyes off their camera screen for one sunset or for one sunrise and look at the not so blinding monster in the eye. It's not that difficult, and it's not hexagonal, it's perfectly round. I'm not saying that looking at the sun directly is a good thing for everyone, and I understand the fear and reservations people have about it, but for me, now that I'm over my fear of it, it's easier to look directly into the sun than a powerful floodlight. I'm not feeling any adverse effects, no headaches, and no eye issues. If anything, my vision seemed a little sharper afterwards. So, like I said, based on what I see when I look at the sun with my own eyes, I'm at a crossroads. Either we have been indoctrinated to fear looking at the sun to hide an unexplained natural phenomenon that doesn't work with the heliocentric model and might one day shatter that illusion, or we have been indoctrinated to fear looking at the sun to hide a man-made device that is blocking it, or maybe it's something completely different. I just don't know. I do know, however, that the sun is not what we have been told. It is not a giant fireball that will blind you if you look at it, and it definitely has another object in front of it. If you don't believe me, look for yourself, But I do recommend sunglasses for the first time, and only look during the first hour of sunrise or the last hour of sunset. It is still the sun after all, and is much brighter midday and a little harder to look past the initial glare. But not impossible. I've done it several times with no vision issues. It's nothing worse than the temporary after effects of gazing straight into a really strong household light bulb, for 10 seconds or so, like I'm sure many of us have done as children. So this morning, September 17th, I was also awake early. It was a little foggy and damp, as Holland often is, but the sky was clear, The sun looked big like the sunset from the previous week, so I recorded a few minutes of the sun again. The edges are still undefined, and the video shows the negative to what the eye sees. That is to say, when I look at it with my eyes, I see a yellowish white sun with a semi-transparent but darker shadow in front of it. The video shows it as the center being yellowish white with a thin, almost orange ring around it, and then a brighter yellow glow around that. I will admit that the video is not a good representation of what is visible to the naked eye, and I really need a better camera for this. Anyway, that's all I have about the sun today. I'm hoping that someone out there in YouTube land with a high quality camera that knows how to use it will see this video, look at the sun for themselves, and be able to get a decent recording of what I am describing. I just wanted to put this out there and see what kind of comments come in, and see if anyone else has seen or recorded this shadow thing in front of the sun. So please thumbs up if you like this video, or don't. But thanks for watching either way, and don't be afraid to look at the sun. I'm not.